From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update.
All right, good evening, everyone. For those of you that are maybe in a bit of a hurry, let's take you right through Kruger's Quickcast for your Thursday, November 7th. And for tonight, it should drop down somewhere in the, I'd say around 40, give or take, for the valley. 20s off to the east, mid-30s to the north, off into Trinity County, mid to upper 30s. Not quite as cold for the inland areas, and we're talking probably somewhere in the mid-40s tonight as we take you along the coast. Out the door tomorrow morning, it's going to be a chilly start, I think, for 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, heading out to school or getting off to work. Temperature is probably somewhere in the 40s for Valley and Trinity County at the coast. Also looking at upper 40s. A bit cooler though out towards Modoc County and the eastern mountains. But other than that, minus some of that morning fog, it's going to be mainly sunny here. Of course, fog for the coast, that is. Take a look at the winds here through the day tomorrow. Just want to illustrate that the winds won't be quite as strong as they have been. It's going to be 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures around 70 in the valley, a little bit cooler obviously in the mountains, with those temperatures probably somewhere in the upper 50s to low 60s along the coast. Looking at your 7-day outlook for the valley, I am expecting mainly dry conditions. Stick around for the deeper dive forecast. We'll talk about that potential for rain over the weekend, but it's really Monday that we really got our eyes on. But even now, the latest forecast model is backing off on that as well. More on that a little bit later. But there you can see maybe a slight chance for a sprinkle or two over the weekend for the coast and inland. Otherwise, Trinity County dry with that better chance for that rain on Monday, and mainly dry for Siskiyou, Modoc County, and the eastern mountains with that slight chance for showers again on Monday. All right, so let's take a look at your deeper dive forecast. Talk about what we've got going on here. Number one, weaker winds for the rest of the week. Now, I do expect slightly warmer and dry conditions here through tomorrow, with a slight chance for a weekend sprinkle or light shower, especially for the coast. As you head anywhere else, I think those chances are going to be even slimmer, but a better chance for really that measurable rainfall and that mountain snow going into your Monday. But when we look at future casts a little bit later, I want to show you that it's actually backing off on that potential for rain on Monday, at least how much rain we'll see. Now you can see, again, those weaker winds here through the day tomorrow. They may pick up a little bit on Saturday, but nothing to be alarmed about. It's just going to be with that approaching storm system coming in Saturday into Sunday. So this whole pattern is shifting eastward, and as it does that, it's going to essentially open up the storm door. But the first storm coming in on Saturday, you can see it just pretty much just fizzles out. Now the European forecast model is a little bit more aggressive for Saturday evening and Sunday, indicating there could be a slight chance for showers Saturday night, especially to the west of the valley. You start heading into the valley eastward, the chances are even slimmer. And then going into Sunday, this model keeps us dry. So really, bottom line, best chances for any measurable rainfall, which would be light, will be the north coast. And pretty much everyone else, most likely looking at dry conditions through the weekend. Now, this system does not look to be nearly as strong as we've been showing you here a little bit earlier. You can see it kind of backs off on intensity. But really what we're looking at here is off and on chances for showers for Monday, really through next week. Maybe a bit of a break on Wednesday with another chance for some showers by next Thursday. But even that system doesn't look to be all that strong. But again, it's that bottom line, cooler and more unsettled for next week. So looking at Climate Prediction Center, it does have us barely within the wetter than normal conditions, kind of in the lower end of that, meaning if we do see rain, the chances of us seeing above normal rainfall for this time of the year are looking pretty slim at this point. But I do want to show you the rainfall totals here, because if you watched the earlier forecasts, these numbers were much, much higher in the valley through even next Tuesday. We were talking about a quarter to a half of an inch, if not more, in some areas here. Now we're down to maybe upwards of 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. And still that typical footprint where we have most of the rain to our north and west. And then, of course, it kind of tapers off to the east. But really, even now, it looks like as we get closer to Monday of next week, the rain amounts for most of us doesn't look to be all that impressive, of course, with the exception of the north coast. Now, we do expect to see those cooler than normal conditions, and that trend is certainly illustrating that. Temperatures starting to drop after tomorrow, mid-60s over the weekend, and there's that cool and unsettled weather pattern for all of next week and next weekend. And what that would mean is when we say cool and unsettled, number one, temperatures are cooler. Number two, you're seeing that mixture of sun, some clouds, and a chance for a few passing showers. And that's really it. And I think the main storm, if you even want to call it that now, will be on Monday of next week, where we see that heavier rainfall, especially for the coast. All right, here's a look at your wave heights. And taking you into your Friday, it's pretty much status quo. What we saw today is pretty much what we have in store for us on Friday. But look at Saturday. With the approaching storm system, we'll probably start to see those wave heights begin to increase. But until then, for your Friday, south winds at 5 knots, no smoke threat advisories, no alerts. There you can see your high tide and your low tide for the day tomorrow. All right, let's take a look at a forecast again here for tonight. About 40, give or take, for the valley. We mentioned that. Upper 20s, mid to upper 20s here out towards the eastern mountains. Not quite as cold to the north, a little bit warmer to the west. And of course, for the coast, you're looking at those temperatures probably somewhere in the mid 40s. All right, so here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Another gorgeous day. You know, if you like the weather you saw today, I think you're really going to like your Friday. And that'll be the case for the coast as well. 70 for Alder Point, 71 for Garberville, 64 out in Rio Dell, and Blue Lake about 65 degrees. Up north, about 64 degrees for Smith River, 70 in Gas Key, Hoopa about 73 and 74 degrees in Willow Creek. Here's your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. There, of course, you can see the mainly dry conditions through the weekend. Now, you saw the chances for showers there, by the way, for the inland areas and the coast. If you see anything, it'll be very light, it'll be few and far between, and maybe just a passing sprinkle here and there. So I wouldn't cancel any outdoor plans if you do live on the north coast. And of course, as we go into Monday, again, that better chance for those showers. Now for Modoc County, you're talking temperatures around 60, give or take, mainly dry through the weekend, those showers coming into Monday. Your eastern mountains, neighborhood forecast, temperatures mainly in the 60s there. Viola, though, about 58, 53 for Westwood, and Susanville, about 58 degrees. Your valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamith Painting. You know, your temperatures will be somewhere in the upper 60s to about 70 for that daytime high. Dry through the weekend, showers possibly on Monday. But again, you can see forecast models are kind of backing off on just how much rain we will see as we get into Monday. But bottom line, we do expect to see that chance for rain on Monday. Tuesday, maybe a lingering shower with a bit of a break on Wednesday, and then maybe showers again for next Thursday. Really, overall, the timing and intensity of next week's rain is going to change as we get closer to next week. But again, that bottom line is cooler and more unsettled through next week. That's your evening update. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and Coffee with Kruger at 7 a.m.
Wiggly mouth.
Woggy mouth.
No.
Painting.
Wiggy mouth.
It's Woogie Moth Painting.
It's Walgamith Painting, and yes, we'll paint anything.